What it do, ski? It's your boy Fail34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Stargate SG-1. This one is season 3, episode number 16. How's it going, everybody? So last episode we had the return of quite a few people. We had Skara coming back in the mix. We also had the Tolans, well as even some of the Nux. Last episode, well, initially I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think about it a little bit more, maybe later on I might appreciate it, but the Tolans pretty confident within their technologies, obviously. The Goulds were up to no good at the end of the day here. Also good to see Skara winning the argument by the end of the day here. I definitely liked seeing that, I guess, in one way as well, seeing how far, you know, Earth and the SGC have come, you know, stepping toe-to-toe in a court setting now from season 1 to season 3. So excited to continue on with this journey. Anyway, with that being said, Stargate fam, let's just dive right back into this episode and see what's popping today. So as always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that being said, let's just dive right into this one. Yeet. Oh, we're starting off in Bikini Bottom? What's going on?
Temperature 78 degrees Fahrenheit, barometric pressure is normal.
No obvious signs of civilization.
P4X 884 looks like an untouched paradise, sir.
Appearances may be deceiving.
Never run with scissors? Were you trying to make a point, Major?
We should perform a standard recon mission. Mineral and biological survey to determine if 884 is a viable site for a research colony.
Mineral survey, my favorite.
We're gonna go with our scuba equipment. Tank tops, this one.
Wow, mon general.
I am unfamiliar with that ceremonial.
Means ciao.
Start off this one lightly. On a light note, sorry. Oh god, what are we coming back to? Oh god, here we go. What is it?
Stand down.
How long?
What happened? What happened? That's what I just asked you.
General, we just left. We went through the gate and we came back.
Major, you've been gone over 15 hours.
Nani? This paradise is a paradox. I love the kickers in this show. What's going on, Stargate fam? Hope you're doing well. Oh my god, some of y'all might not be watching the X-Files reaction. Aborn popped up and I popped off so hard. I love seeing, you know, actors popping in other shows you don't expect it. Urgo.
So far, you check out fine.
What if O'Neill was explaining the meaning of chow?
We step through, step back through.
What could
When
have
you
done
didn't
that?
come back on schedule, we both came back just before you arrived. We assumed you sent them.
It wasn't us, sir.
Some manipulation going on?
First map somewhere here near the Stargate.
It's a green screen.
Watch
fam.
what happened.
Hello.
What is it?
I'm not sure, sir. Their technology appears to be advanced beyond ours.
Oh, this coffee's great.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, is that cinnamon?
What is going on?
Teal'c?
Isn't that hot?
Extremely. We're going to need to keep an eye on you for the time being.
See where this one goes. What you looking at, buddy? Did we get some aliens who gave us the munchies or something? I'm confused.
Hungry.
Yeah.
Try the pie.
What?
Same old pie.
Who's most satisfying?
Why did it taste so good?
I don't know.
It's in the exact same spot in each of your brains, but
The Sweet Tooth episode.
Barely large enough to show up on an X-ray.
which is why I also needed to run an electron resonance scan.
All right, here's the Nani.
This is magnified several thousand times, sir.
That thing's in all of us.
I'm afraid so.
This is certainly not good.
Can these devices be removed?
Not without causing irreparable brain damage, sir.
Oof.
How they were implanted without any external marks or injury to the cortex is beyond me.
Until we find out the true purpose of these objects, I'm quarantining you in the level 22 isolation quarters with a 24-hour guard.
The 17th quarantine episode of the show. Are we doing a throwback to like
Say we all go do something.
Comtria or the Squidward episode? The underwater guy? Or the simulation episode? Games
Who's
master?
there?
Okay, I'll make it so that you can all see me, but only because you asked.
Oh, hello?
You all can see me, right? Hello, hello, hello. Now you all say it.
Hello, Urgo.
Do you know that you're all much better looking on the outside than you are on the inside?
What is going on?
Do you see an intruder in this room?
Damn.
No, sir.
Well, he does actually have the threads of the
Right.
Comtria guy.
Dismissed.
Bot.
All right, what are you? You read our thoughts?
Don't panic. Just the thoughts you're having at the moment.
You're actually in our heads, aren't you?
You are so smart, Samantha. I love that about you.
The technology implanted in our brains, sir.
You're on
So-
a LAN party right now.
Wait, the devices must be linked somehow.
Yeah.
Dr. Fraser said they're emitting a small EM field, like radio frequency.
Brain or some sort of wireless computer network.
Wi-Fi?
Obviously able to
He can make us do stuff?
No, never. In spite of what you're thinking, never.
and enhance our sensory perception of experiences.
Like making things taste better.
I mean, he's tapped into our brains. He's making us all see and hear him.
Who decorated this room?
What's
It
the
is
point of this?
so plain. Couldn't we go someplace else that's not here?
Okay, so what does he look like?
A famous tenor?
It seems to crave new experiences.
It hurts.
I would think so.
Let's try it.
I think it's experiencing things through us, using our senses to collect information.
Try the pedals.
So do you experience any...
Oh, no.
Music?
Okay, here we go.
Hey!
Teal'c. He also seems to be able to enhance our enjoyment of certain experiences in order to motivate us.
I'm picking your brains. You can pick my brains. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Tell us how to remove you from our brains.
Oh,
Not that.
except that.
What are you doing in our brains in the first place?
Well, I'm here to learn. I'm here to experience your world.
So we've been tagged. Like we do with animals in the wild when we want to study them.
They're going to want the information you're collecting at some point. So how do they get it?
You don't want to know.
Oh, God.
Let's say I do.
Because they're evil. They're really scary evil, and we don't want anything to do with them.
The Goulds?
So maybe if we contact whoever created the technology.
That would be bad. I know that you only like me a little bit, but I like you a lot. And I do not want you to die.
Die?
Yes, as in dead. They'll open your brains with a big giant can opener, and then they scoop me out with a big scoopy thing. It's death or me. Me or death. You have to decide.
Urgo is kind of like Neuralink.
Well, me.
Will you
me,
stop
me.
it?
Jeez.
I didn't mean to do anything, Colonel. I mean,
Please.
I'm just standing here.
There's no way to get him out of us here, right?
No way.
I haven't had much time to study the technology, but I
Fry
could
it?
at least try to figure out a way to turn him off.
Turn me off? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we play hide and seek? 1, 2, 3.
Whatever you need, Major.
4.
Dismissed.
As much as I appreciate it, please. Urgo, that is rude.
Are we entirely sure that the members of SG-1 are...
Shane?
That's the one.
Yes, sir.
I believe I have a solution, sir.
Please.
An EM pulse should do it, sir.
Oh!
Fact is, sir, Urgo's been trying to distract me like this since I first started thinking about it, so I'm probably on the right track.
Yeah,
Didn't
as
hurt you,
always.
I'm really...
It would be harmless to us, but it should render Urgo impotent.
Oh, please don't do this. Hey, listen. I didn't mean to scold you.
I'm interested in knowing who's
I like
responsible.
It's shielded, so it won't affect any of the base's technology.
You sure this won't hurt us?
No, it's gonna hurt me. Throw myself at your mercy. Please, have mercy. I can be smaller.
Mini Urgo.
How about this? Can you resist this?
That's crazy.
Don't do that. Oh, sacre bleu. I'm melting. Melting. What a world. What a world.
That's it?
Yep.
I feel no differently.
Listen, exactly. Way to go, Sam.
So he's gonna have to have this on all the time?
Let's see.
But the EM field that was being emitted by them is gone. Everything else checks out to me.
Well, if they're always gonna have this piece of technology in their heads now, that could go wrong at any occasion, right?
Everything looks normal. How are you feeling?
Great. I just want to get back to work.
Can you send Daniel up next?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Oh, God.
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily,
Merrily, gently down the stream.
Also, that
I was not
Mickey
singing.
logo's nice.
row your boat gently down the stream.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do? I don't really know.
Couldn't help myself. No.
I was so sure it would work.
Oh, it did. Don't feel bad. It did work for a while. Everything went away. It was very sad. Very, very sad. And then all of a sudden I was back in your brains where I belong.
Because as long as that device is capable of influencing you in any way, you're relieved of
Yeah, it
active
can't
duty.
work.
Whether you admit it or not, you've been compromised. The fact is,
You can't actually make us do anything we don't want to, sir.
Come on, Urgo, be a mensch. How do we get rid of you?
I have no idea.
How could he not know?
He's just the program.
Program?
Like a little tiny mouse, not a peep. Ooh, I got an idea. Why don't we play a game?
I could see them, maybe if they want to use this, but it's just the fact they can't control it, right? It'd be like a buff if he was useful and they had control of it for information. Survey says.
How beautiful.
It's an illusion. Your creators do this in order to lure people into their trap.
we request a dialogue. Please respond.
Who dares challenge Toga?
That voice, that's him.
Whomst? Oh, Hello? You got a scary voice?
We've discovered the devices you implanted in our brains, and we'd like you to remove them. Urgo.
How do you know this name?
He told us. He interacts with us.
He's driving us crazy.
He drive me crazy too.
That is an error. Return to subjects. Urgo will be removed.
You heard the man?
Sir, we could be risking our lives.
Do we want to give up SG-1 and walk around the rest of our lives with him yapping away in our heeds? Or do we take the risk and try and find a way to get rid of him so we can get on with our lives?
Sounds like a prototype error.
If we are to remain in the service of this world,
gotta go.
Urgo must be removed.
I remind you of your Uncle Irving. Remember?
Yeah, I guess you do a little. I guess I say we go.
Then it's settled.
What do you suppose Togar really meant by an error?
Please don't go. He's gonna kill you.
By kill you,
Honest.
you mean kill you.
He's gonna kill me. You heard him. Oh, you people, for crying out loud. Don't you have any feelings?
Maybe they can make him into a cookie. Well, the question is, maybe he could be maybe like a sentient being, and it's sort of like the cookies from Black Mirror. And if that's the case, then maybe they could preserve Urgo, so at least he's still alive. And I kind of look at him almost as like the way he's influencing them is almost like the algorithm, kind of. I don't know.
That voice, Togar, said that this was an error. We're probably not even supposed to know he's here. You aren't supposed to be interacting with us, are you?
Well, technically,
Even the way he's
No.
speaking, it sort of just
Can
sort
you
of
describe
jumps
how
in.
you're feeling right now?
nervous,
Comedic, but
agitated.
makes sense with the error. Like,
Not being here with you.
Of death?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sir,
Carter?
Wait a minute, Jack.
Daniel?
By definition, what constitutes a sentient life form?
self-awareness, consciousness?
I'm me.
Fear of death.
I got that too.
You're not going to convince me it's alive. He's not really here. He's here.
Then you are a
Parasites.
parasite.
yeah,
Like the
that's,
glow.
I should have said that earlier.
Parasite, like a roll.
He
Or
got
a
feelings.
Tok'ra. I mean, just being parasitical by nature doesn't make you inherently
Evil.
bad.
It's a
Yeah.
machine.
Just because somebody made him doesn't mean he isn't alive. I mean, maybe this error wasn't really an error at all, but rather some kind of higher technological evolution. The birth of a whole new life form.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I agree with Sam.
Toga guy, and we let him deal with Hugo once he's out of our heads.
Urgo.
Urgo.
Jack is big mad, is putting his foot down. See, they'll try and preserve him if possible. And they got snatched again.
Oh, this is bad.
It's a cool laboratory.
Very bad.
Got RGB lights going on.
If necessary.
You're Togar?
Yes. Toga. As handsome as he is evil.
There is no reason to fear us.
I fear you not.
He's using his Google Home door closing.
You hear him?
Yes.
Then you should be able to see that he's afraid.
Relocate. While I'm being silent, Tolgar, I'd like to point out that when I called you a madman, I meant it in the nicest possible way. Come forward. Come forth.
What the hell?
Watch.
Is that a frog?
Urgo is this. The specimen is unharmed, as you will be. It will be destroyed.
The technology you invented is very advanced.
It's because they're all too scared to go out and experience things for themselves. Enough!
Look, we're very grateful that you're willing to take Urgo out of our minds.
The point is, we think Urgo may
vouching
actually
for it.
be alive.
He is an error.
Maybe he is, but another word for it might be miracle. Well, what you call an error has
perspective.
somehow resulted in life.
He's
All
not
we're
having
saying is that maybe there's a way of doing this without killing him.
There is not.
Okay, had to ask.
Why not?
The unit must be in a life form. It cannot exist on its own.
Well, there has to be some way. You created it.
You'd be killing something that you gave life.
Dad.
it.
Explain.
Similar episode.
I was just
the last
thinking you'd want to put Urgo in you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd rather be in that little with the eyes and the no.
Look, we don't know you very well, but I get the distinct
vivid.
feeling that Urgo is everything you're not. But I think that he's everything you wish you were. Outgoing, adventuresome, annoying. You experience some of the things that you're afraid to
Lacking.
do yourself.
Why do you not explore worlds through the Stargate yourself?
It could help me learn how the error occurred. I could try. Count me out. I don't want to do it. He's mean and boring.
Him or death?
No,
Death or him?
he's so
Mean. So change him.
Come together.
Okay, I'll do it.
Alright, they've come to their decision. This?
Urgo,
Urgo is here. I'm here.
thanks for your hospitality. We appreciate it. How do we know that Urgo's really alive?
I'm here. Tell him. I will as soon as you are quiet.
He's there.
Bye, Urgo.
Maybe we can share some information about our respective.
Yeah, of course. Of course, this would be the perfect chance to learn a little bit about his technology. And the show's like, see ya. Maybe next time.
Glad you're back safe, SG-1. Was the mission successful?
General, didn't we just...
You've been gone over 10 hours, Major.
Oh boy.
Report to the infirmary.
I wonder why they always have the time dilation for that planet. And that was my reaction video to Stargate SG-1 Season 3, Episode number 16. This one was titled Urgo, and this was definitely, I think, one of the most lighthearted episodes in the series so far. I mean, considering all that's happened recently with the ghoul nonsense, especially the last episode too, where things were rather tense, this was more of a lighthearted episode at the base. And even though this is, you know, in similar vein with a lot of the compromised quarantine-esque episodes, they definitely had much more fun with this. And I felt like the actors, some of the dialogue, guest performance here of Urgo, it was all very lighthearted and fun for the most part. More in the camp that I liked it. I didn't love it, but I thought Urgo was a lot of fun here. And then it came off rather... and towards like the second half of this episode, you really did feel bad for the guy, you know, while he was, you know, sort of a nuisance, you know, being in each of the main cast's heads. You did feel bad for him, and you know, Samantha, you know, over the course of the episode, and even Daniel here, they really, you know, their moral compass stepped in and they said, hey, once we realize that he's sentient, and you know, they started to really lean into the idea of like, oh, okay, like he is alive, he's not just some sort of, you know, program. Once they, you know, ruled out, you know, certain things like he's afraid of death, you know, he's conscious, etc. So I did like those elements of this episode, and it made you feel sympathetic for Urgo, even though he was a nuisance. And I think the fact that he wasn't coming off malicious for the entirety of the episode, it was more of just a nuisance. I was trying to figure out where they were going with it, and then by the end of it, I definitely got it here. The way I sort of took this episode, it was just a nice little refreshing of the palette here, considering things have been rather harsh and, you know, very tense the past few episodes. From going to hell, I think we all need to have a slice of pumpkin pie, and I think that's what this episode sort of did, considering the positioning of where we're going now. We're getting towards, you know, the last set of few episodes, so this is something I think for most would seem as like a positive, right? Like a nice lighthearted sort of refresher before we probably kick things up again here. Also, I love how every time we have the chance, we meet a civilization who they don't want to kill us, and things are pretty friendly. By the end of the episode, we always just don't get any of their technology. I love how that happens all the time here in SG-1. So yeah, some pretty funny lines, pretty lighthearted premise, and overall, yeah, I thought this was a fine episode. That a little bit more lighthearted than normal, I'd say. Or the show at its most lighthearted. So y'all, that was Stargate SG-1 Season 3, Episode number 16, y'all. What'd you think about this one? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. You know, maybe I definitely could see Urgo popping up again in the future, considering now he's probably exploring, you know, the Stargates. He's got his own. Although, imagine they just pull up on a planet one day and they just see his body on the floor. That would be unfortunate. That would be unfortunate. Wow. Teal'c also had some pretty funny lines this episode too. Just chugging the coffee. Isn't that hot? Extremely. Anyway, y'all, with that being said, that was it for this video. Of course, as always, links in the description down below if you guys are interested in getting the full Under the Raw reactions and more. But with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one.